The 10th contemplation is contemplation of Avalokiteshvara. The Buddha said to Ananda and Vaidehi, after you have seen Amitabha clearly and distinctly, next visualize the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. His height is 80 kotis of Nayutas of Yojanas, multiplied by the number of sands of the Ganges. His body is the color of purple gold, and on the top of his head is a mound surrounded by an aureole with a radius of 100,000 yojanas, in which there are 500 transformed Buddhas. Each transformed Buddha resembles Shakyamuni and is attended by 500 transformed Bodhisattvas and innumerable devas. In the light emanating from his entire body are seen the sentient beings of the five realms of samsara in all their distinct physical forms. On his head he wears a heavenly crown made of chakra abilagna many gems, on which stands a transformed Buddha, Amitayus, measuring 25 yojanas in height. The face of the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara is the color of gold from the Jambu River, while the tuft of hair between his eyebrows has the colors of the seven jewels, and from it issue forth 84,000 different rays of light. In each of these rays dwell innumerable and uncountable hundreds of thousands of transformed Buddhas, each attended by countless transformed Bodhisattvas, all of whom manifest in various forms at will, filling completely the worlds of the 10 quarters. Avalokitesvara's arms are the color of red lotus flowers. They emit 80 kotis of exquisite rays of light in the shape of ornaments, in which are reflected all the glorious objects of that land. The palms of his hands are the color of 500 kotis of various lotus flowers. Each of his 10 fingertips bear 84,000 signs like impressed patterns, each with 84,000 colors. Each color in turn emits 84,000 delicate rays of light, illuminating all beings. With his jeweled hands he welcomes and guides sentient beings. When he lifts one of his feet, the mark of 1,000 spoked wheel on its sole spontaneously changes into a pedestal, which emits 500 kotis of light rays. When he puts his foot down, flowers made of diamond and many gems are scattered everywhere. All the other physical characteristics and marks which he fully possesses are the same as the Buddha's, except for the mound on his head and the uppermost invisible part, which are not equal to those of the world-honored one. This is the visualization of the true physical features of the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara and is known as the 10th contemplation. Then the Buddha said to Ananda, those who wish to see the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara should follow the method of contemplation just mentioned. Those who practice this contemplation will not encounter any misfortune, but will be freed from karmic hindrances and rid of the evil karma which they have committed during innumerable kalpas of samsara. If you only hear the name of this bodhisattva, you will obtain immeasurable merit. And so, how much more merit will you acquire if you clearly visualize him? Those who wish to see the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara should first envision the mound on his head, and next his heavenly crown. Then they should visualize the other physical characteristics in order, as clearly as if they were looking at something in the palm of the hand. To practice in this way is called the correct contemplation, and to practice otherwise is incorrect. The 11th contemplation is contemplation of Mahasthamaprapta. The Buddha said to Ananda and Vaidehi, next visualize the Bodhisattva Mahasthamaprapta. The dimensions of this Bodhisattva are the same as those of Avalokitesvara. His aureole, 225 yojanas in diameter, shines to a distance of 250 yojanas. The light emanating from his entire body illuminates the worlds of the 10 quarters, making them shine like purple gold. This light can be seen by anyone who has a close karmic relationship with him. Even if one sees the light emanating from only one pore of his skin, one can perceive the pure and glorious lights of the innumerable Buddhas of the 10 quarters. This is why this Bodhisattva is called boundless light. Furthermore, he has great power to illumine all beings with the light of wisdom in order to deliver them from the three evil realms. It is for this reason that he is also called possessed of great power. The heavenly crown of this bodhisattva is adorned with 500 jeweled lotus flowers, each having 500 jeweled pedestals. On each pedestal appear the pure and resplendent lands of the Buddhas in the 10 quarters, with all their boundless and glorious features. The mound on his head, shaped like a lotus bud, has a jeweled vase in front. This is suffused with various lights which reveal all the activities of the Buddha. The rest of the characteristics of his body are exactly the same as Avalokiteshvara's. When this bodhisattva walks, all the worlds in the 10 quarters shake. Wherever the earth trembles, 500 cotis of jeweled flowers appear, each as beautiful and brilliant as a flower in the land of utmost bliss. When this bodhisattva sits down, all the 7 jeweled lands, from that of the Buddha, golden light, in the nadir, to that of the Buddha, king of light, in the zenith, tremble simultaneously. From between these manifested bodies of Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara, and Mahasthamaprapta, as innumerable as particles of dust, all assemble like clouds in the land of utmost bliss, filling the entire sky. Sitting on lotus seats, they expound the wonderful Dharma to save suffering beings. To visualize thus is known as the contemplation of Mahasthamaprapta Bodhisattva, and is also called the contemplation of Mahasthamaprapta's physical characteristics. To visualize that bodhisattva in this way is known as the 11th contemplation. It extinguishes the evil karma which one has committed during immeasurable and uncountable kalpas of samsara. Those who practice this contemplation will no longer be subject to birth from the womb. They can journey to the pure and exquisite land of the Buddhas. These contemplations are called the complete contemplations of Avalokiteshvara and Mahasthamaprapta. To practice in this way is called the correct contemplation, and to practice otherwise is incorrect.